Good morning. We should be live. So, good morning. Happy Thursday, 8 o'clock. Another beautiful day in central New York. And I just want to make sure that things are going through. Yes, we are. Okay. So yeah, it's still not communicating very well, but it's getting there. So we actually are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. So I wanted to set that up so it'll automatically start saving some of this stuff to more than just Facebook in case Facebook ever changes the name of their game. Then I can, I can make sure it's there. Hey, what a surprise. My wife is checking in. She's at work. Must be super busy. Good morning, Matt. So, all right, today, stress. Everybody's favorite thing to do during quarantine is stress. So, I've been reading, so I'm doing this hard 75 or 75 hard, and one of the requirements is read 10 pages, physical pages of a book, nonfiction book per day. So I'm reading a book from probably 5 years ago right now. And just coincidentally, the section that I'm working on is discussing stress. Good morning, Grace. So, and I thought, what better way than after Joe and I were talking yesterday that, today would be a great day to talk about the different types of stresses that everybody has encountered, especially during the last 4 to 6 weeks. So stresses, what causes stress? We have work, we know that. We also have social media, exercise, poor nutrition, lack of sleep, your home life, the news, just your environment that you're in. So one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this is, one of the things that I read was you can't carry 200 pounds overhead. Eventually it will crush you. You can be the strongest person, but it's a stress to your body. Exercise is a stress to your body. Your body can't differentiate one stress from another. It just sees stress, right? So stress is stress. A lot of times what we do is we get up, we're super busy, and we're all about lining up, getting our ducks in a row, get out the door, go to work. Stress starts to increase on the way in because you're listening to the news or you're listening to this, that, and the other thing. And, your stress level rises a little bit. You don't realize it because it's like a boiling pot of water. It's not that, the 96th degree or the 97th degree or the 98th degree. Stress can be the same way. So then all of a sudden you have, you go to work, you've got deadlines to meet, you've got a coworker that's bitching and complaining the whole day, adds to your stress level. It's maybe not directly affecting your stress level because you're used to this person. Every day they go in, they bitch about everything under the sun. They're like, oh, it's too sunny out today. Yesterday it was snowing. Today it's sunny. I just can't deal with this weather. That is adding to your level of stress. And then you get your break and you're like, oh, I'm going to go check Facebook. And people are bitching about whatever on Facebook and social media. And you think that at the end of the day, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to get a good 30-minute workout in. This is obviously pre-quarantine. So now you go to the gym and you're like, you know what? You walk in, there's 52 different TVs, all with different news or sports or something. So just constant visualization, visual stimulation. And you push yourself to the limit for 30 minutes, creates a stress. Listening to the super loud music creates more stress. Again, not all stresses are bad, but stress is stress. So we've just been constantly adding these layers of stress on. And then you get home and you find out your significant other didn't make dinner and your kids are running around like crazy because they've been cooped up all day and so now you're just even more stressed. So then you go to bed and you have shitty sleep because you're stressed out about everything, and it just compounds day after day after day. So that, I think, is in a nutshell. Good morning, Derek. Good morning. Good morning, Mom. Long time no talk. That in a nutshell is a lot of people's day-to-day life pre-quarantine. So some of the things that I was thinking about was like, okay, so where can we make those improvements? What can we do to improve our level of stress? Where can we downregulate that stress? Where can we find spots to get, to reduce our stress levels? And we're going to start at the top. So again, on that drive to work, instead of listening to something that might elevate your stress level, like the news or talk radio, listen to something that's going to maybe help you learn something, whether it's a book on Audible, a podcast that's for development like to help you with personal development. Listen to something that's relaxing, whether it's, jazz music or something that'll just help you to just kind of like chill out, mellow out. So then when you walk into work, you've just chipped away one block of stress, okay, 1 degree of stress. And then when you get to work, again, Karen's going to come over and bitch that it's sunny or that it's snowing or that it's this, that, and the other thing. There's nothing that you can do about that unless you just, tell Karen to go piss off somewhere. So what do? Take a few minutes when you get your break, instead of checking social media, take a few minutes and just down-regulate your system. Just work on like some very basic, and I'd recommend looking at Wim Hof. He does some super basic breathing techniques. Yoga utilizes the breath quite frequently. And it's all about the exhale. So work on like a very nice slow inhale and a really long drawn out exhale. And you do like like a 5-second inhale through the nose, 7 to 10 second exhale through the mouth. And you do that 3 to 5 times, and it's going to bring you down. Go outside, go for a walk. And again, don't take your phone with you. Don't check social media while you're going for a walk. It's counterintuitive. And then again, social media, shut it out. So, have a dedicated point in your day where you check your social media. If we look at the stats on it, usually social media happens at before work, at lunch, and then at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Those are the prime times for businesses to be able to market to people, because that's when they're on the most. So reduce 1 or 2 of those visits to social media. And again, because you're never going on social media being like, oh, the world is all like flowers and rainbows and all yippee. It's you go on there and someone's bitching that gyms aren't opening fast enough, or that Cuomo's this, or that Trump is that. And there's nothing constructive there. So don't worry about it. Don't even encourage it. And then exercise. Everybody lives in this mindset, and I've been victim to it. My wife will tell you that we have to go 112 miles an hour in every workout. We always have to go hard. If we're not going hard, we're not going. And I've learned over the years, 1 day off per week, period. Every 4 weeks, dial the intensity back. And, more importantly, know when to go hard and when to go easy. So you can work out 6 days a week, and not every one of those days is a race. Some of those days are going to be an active recovery, or some of those days are going to be, I'm doing structured work towards X. I may not sweat, but I don't have to. It's just like if you think of playing sports in high school or college, you didn't have a game every day. You practiced, and 80% of the time you played your game 20% of the time. Same should be said when you're working out. So know when to go hard and when to recover. Okay, because again, that can help you to lower your stress level. If we go balls to the wall every day of the week, soon enough you will get injured. I promise you, you will get injured. You are not indestructible. Poor nutrition. So, eating fast food or eating takeout food every night of the week is going to be less nutritious. It's going to be less beneficial for your body in the long term. So think of like, okay, I want to have a whole foods diet. What is that? That is a plethora of non-starchy vegetables, lean meat, lean proteins, cooked at home. And again, do it in a relaxing way. Make it fun. Anytime, even when if Beth is baking something, the kids are up there, like they're doing it with us, because that makes it more fun. It makes it more involved. So, we're letting the kids crack the eggs before we make our egg bake or our frittatas, stuff like that. It keeps them involved. It makes cooking a little bit more fun, because otherwise it can be very tedious, So good quality nutrition plays a big role, and then lack of sleep. So, aim to go to bed 15 minutes earlier and do that for a while, and then aim to add 15 more minutes. And next thing you know, you've gotten an extra 30 minutes worth of sleep. So how do you do that? Again, shut your technology off earlier in the night. Don't lay in bed and scroll through Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and everything else under the sun. Sit down. It's a great opportunity to grab a book that's going to help bring you down a couple of notches. Obviously, don't read, a book that's, you're going to get like drawn right in, and it's going to be, it's like a killing book. So, read something that's going to help you downregulate a little bit. Home life. Create a schedule with your spouse or your significant other of like, okay, let's tackle this. How are we going to manage this? Maybe when you get home from work, it's like, let's get the kids outside and let them run like wild animals. That's what we do. I mean, our kids were pulling crayfish out of a creek last night. It was 30 degrees out. So, and then lastly on here, I have the news. Shut it off. It's not, like you can get your news outlet, and then, what, you've heard it once. You don't need to listen to the 5 o'clock news, the 6 o'clock news, and the 7 o'clock news. It's all the same negativity. So you hear it once, you get a brief overview. Okay, I have a general idea that the world's still not moving. Cool. See you tomorrow. So that's my list. And then one other piece that I saw that I really liked in something else that I was reading was stop measuring days by productivity and start measuring by presence. So being much more present in every day. So, to reduce stress, don't listen to your audiobook when you're going for your walk or looking at your phone when you're going for a walk. Go for your walk. Go out, get out in the woods, and, take in the fact that, you're walking through a beautiful forest or wherever you're, even if you're walking around Wide Waters Parkway, you know what? Just take it in, smell the air, hear the sounds, like use your sensory observations or your senses, and, don't sit there and try to fit everything into this small compact time. You can use your car drive in and your car ride home to, catch up on your audiobook or something similar to that. So that's it for today. Just checking in to see on who's doing what. Day drink. Yeah, I mean, if it gets you through the day. Drive into work with nothing on. That's quiet alone time. That works. And that can work too. It's all about, finding a way to help you downregulate. I say that my wife is super lucky because Beth gets to, she has a 45-minute drive on each side, going to and from Auburn. So for her, that's awesome because she has that ability to downregulate. Right now, a lot of us are stuck working at home. So what are you going to do? That's where, and we're going to come back to this because I'm going to come down with some ideas of like, okay, how can you downregulate at home? Oh, I got plenty. So, but I try to keep this to 15 minutes. So, I'm going to go through and I'm going to 15-minute yoga videos, very helpful. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Read through some of the comments on this. People will keep posting, I'm sure. But we'll touch back on stress. We're at 16 minutes right now. So I'm going to try to keep playing around with this restream because I would really like it if it would show me what the chat looks like so that I could be a little bit more interactive with you guys. Probably have to pay a little extra for that. So, but that's it for today. Stress, it's everywhere. And again, stop measuring your days by productivity and start measuring them by presence, because you cannot carry 200 pounds overhead. It will crush you. Talk to you guys tomorrow, Friday. Ooh, might have something cool coming Friday. Talk to you then, guys. See ya.